Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to DOING Group. We are the manufacturer of the solar panel recycling equipment. And this is a 3D video of our processing line. We can process the waste solar panel and recycle the aluminum, plastic, copper, silicone, plastic, and glasses from the waste things. It includes the aluminum plastic removal machine, glass removing machine, and the the double shaft shredder, crusher, grinder, and for the separation process we have the ID vibrating screen, air separator, and the electrostatic separator. You can see this 3D video first, and we will introduce the whole processing line and the principle later to know how it works and how to ensure we have a high processing rate. This is the glass removing machine. And first is the aluminum removal machine. This is to remove the aluminum frame, and the second one is the heating zone, that to heat the glue that's under the glasses, and then it would be better, more easier to remove the glasses. And this is a crushing machine to crush the glasses and be better to remove them. Then the board will go into this double shaft shredder to have the first crushing, to crush the part of the board to the block, nearly 3 to 5 centimeters. And then the the block will go to this crusher by this belt conveyor, and then to crush them to 1 centimeter. Then we will use the wind transportation system to transport the particles into the grinder to grind them. This is a grinder. And here is the ID vibrating screen. The first layer is the particles that cannot go through this shredder, so they will go back to the grinder to crush again. And the second one is the mixed copper and plastic. They will go to the air separator and the electrostatic separator to separate. Then the third layer is the silicone. We will just collect them directly. Then the separate mixed mesh is the copper, plastic, or we can use this air separator and the electrostatic separator to separate them. The first air separator is because of the density, and then the electrostatic separator is to use the electrostatic for the silicone and the copper. So all the particles just all the final products is the aluminium, is the frame type, and the glasses, the glass particles, and the copper powder, silicon powder, and plastic powder. This is the semi-continuous one, and let's see this one. This is the fully continuous processing machine. So the semi-continuous saves cost, and the fully automatic one saves labor. There's a semi-continuous one. The capacity is just 710 to 910, and the fully automatic one is 1 ton per day. So 700 kilogram and 900 kilogram per hour is the semi-continuous, and the fully continuous one is 1 ton per hour. All the equipment we equipped it with is a post-dust collector that to remove the dust, the waste, and can meet the national standard. Our equipment can reach to the processing rate of 99%. The sorting processing rate decided the recycling value. Our equipment can get a high rate. The fully automatic one, its differences is it runs automatically from feeding to sorting, so completely dismantles waste panels, and it's more just economic friendly, more efficient, and more labor saving. But our equipment just only can process the single glass solar panels. So the double dial glass for two shape is not very suitable. Just the one type is the glasses, and other type is the plastic backsheet. And this is the aluminum frame removing equipment. So if you have any questions or want to know more information, want to know the quotation, you can tell our sales manager. Our sales manager will contact with you about just send you our catalog, our price list. But you need to talk about the WhatsApp or email, just how we can contact with you first. You can send the private message to us, tell us how we can contact with you and what's your requirements. This is the glass removing machine to just crush the glasses, and we can get the glass particles. And this is a cutting machine to cut the board to the strip type, and it can be more easier to crush, to separate the particles. And then the next step is to put the strip into the double shaft shredder and then to the crusher to crush them to get the block, then be more easier to just grind into the powder and to separate the copper plastic. So if you have any questions or any other thing that you can send a private message to us. Tell us how we can contact with you and what requirements that you have. Then our sales manager will contact with you. And this is the semi-continuous one. The automatic feeder. And so the first is the aluminum frame removing machine, and this is the glass removing machine. Then we will put the board into the ID vibrating screen. Daily capacity is 1 ton per hour. The smaller one, we can have nearly 500 kilogram per hour, and if you need a larger one, it also can support to be customized. Here's a glass. And this is the ID vibrating screen. It is the first crushing machine to crush them to the blocks type, nearly 3 to 5 centimeter. You can see this is the one test that we have this machine. Well, you can also come to our factory to have experiments of the machine. Our factory is in Jiaozu City, Henan Province in China. And this is the grinder to grind the particles. And this is the electrostatic separator to separate the copper from the plastic, because we only used the air separator. It's not very enough. It may have some light copper in the plastic, so better use the electrostatic separator to separate again. And this is the ID vibrating screen. And we use it before the air separator. That is to first separate the particles, separate the silicon. You can see it have two layers, two grinder, two shredder that separate the machine to 3 layers. The first layer, that is the particles that cannot go through the shredder, will go back to the grinder to grind again. The second layer is the plastic and the copper, and they will go to the air separator. Then the third layer, that is the silicon, we will just separate them directly. Here is the lithium battery recycling step. Or we can also recycle the lithium battery by using the another equipment, but the principle is very the same, just crashing and separation. This is a fully automatic type to just to remove the aluminium glasses. This is the principle, and this one is to heat the glue. Then it will be more easier to remove the glasses. And this is a cutting machine to cut the board to several pieces, and then it will be more easier to crush them. Okay, here is the whole processing line of the fully continuous processing separation machine to recycle the solar panel. While the fully continuous one runs automatically from the feeding and separation, so it's more eco-friendly, efficient, and labor-saving. So the way we use physical way to recycle the solar panel is much more friendly, environmental friendly than the chemical waste. There's no smoke, no dust, no wastewater, only the little dust. We can use the process collector to collect the dust. Then this is a control panel to control the pressure, the temperature. And let's see the 3D video again. Then this is the working principle of our machine. First, to remove the aluminum frame. And then to hit the glasses, the glue, then we will put the board into the glass removing machine to crash the glasses. And then this is the ID vibrating screen. So this is the double shaft shredder that to crash the board to block type nearly 3 to 5 centimeter. And then the second step is the crusher to crush them to nearly 1 centimeter, and then they will go through the grinder to grind them to powder type. This is a grinder, and just around the grinder we have the cooling system. Then the powder will using the transportation system to this ID vibrating screen. The first layer is the powder that's not reached to the sizes will go to the grinder, and the third layer is the silicone. We will just crack them directly. The second layer is the copper and the plastic. They will go through this air separator to separate the plastic from the copper. Then the plastic will go to the the electrostatic separator to separate the light copper from the plastic again. So our machine, it's very automatic, so it saves the labor, and it's more eco-friendly than the other machine or other ways to collect the waste copper, the solar panel. So no dust and no risk. The chemical instead of manual. There's more, the recycling rate is very high, nearly 97 to 99. So it's eco-friendly and low carbon. And we can process plenty of the raw material for every day. Nearly like 100 kilogram to 5 ton. So the equipment, the processing line support to be customized. So that is all we have today. And if you want to know more information, want to get the catalog, the price list, well, you can contact with us. You can send a private message to us. Tell us how we can contact with you and what information or what requirements that you have. Then our sales manager will contact with you and give you the price list, give you the quotation. Our factory is in Jiangsu City, Henan Province, and you can come to our factory. We have a factory that's located in Henan Province, covering an area of more than 40,000 square meters. You can come here to see our processing line and the equipment put to be just test. You can just send your raw material to us to have experiment to see the processing rate and the working efficiency. Okay. So if there are no more questions or information, that's it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching today. Have a nice day. Goodbye.